Nicki!
Hi.
It's Z-Bro.
Hey.
Hey, mama.
Hi, Nicki.
Rosenberg and Laura Styles. We all here.
Oh, hi, y'all.
Hey, Nicki.
Yeah, hi, y'all. Yo, great performance this week at the Barclays Center. Title X 1015 was popping, and so was the twerk of the Nicki Minaj was popping. The talk of social media. Why did they make such a big deal out of it? Why is it such a big deal?
Because everything was so perfect that, they had to...
Talk about it.
That's what she's exactly. Don't act like she didn't like it. She posted on her account.
Yeah.
No, I posted my own dressing room rehearsal twerk, which I love.
Why did you like that one better than the stage one? You made that clear.
Because it just looks so juicy and yummy and clappy and like...
And
clappy.
See? God darn it.
No, I really liked it because it looked like such a thought. Like, I was like, yes.
Yo,
every girl wants to be a stripper and, her private life on the low.
Oh my God, I'm excited to get to play this drop for Nicki.
Yes, bitch, yes.
That's you. It's you talking to you. It's major.
Nicki, and you also shared that special moment between you and Lauryn Hill. Was this the first time you met her?
Yeah, yes. I know people find that so hard to believe, but I've been praising her my whole career, but this is my first time ever meeting her, and I really, I was not trying to be funny. I really felt like there was a glow around her when she walked in the room. Like, I never experienced that meeting an artist. It was just different, you could just tell that spiritually she's on another level, and I was just amazed of her presence. Her presence is so powerful. She don't even have to speak. She just has this presence of epic proportions. So yeah. So and I thought it was important that she left there knowing how much I appreciate her, and I had to really seriously bow down so she understood. Because sometimes people can say stuff, but I could say, oh my God, I love you, Lauryn, but I wanted her to see the visual of how she makes me feel inside.
Right. Have now, let me ask you another question. Right. On that level of and women in the game and how you've just always you got on stage and you talked about being a strong woman and being a strong support. Talking about how basically, the Beyoncés of the world who support the Jays, and obviously when Hillary supported Bill, you kind of took a shot at Melania Trump. You said don't be a Melania, which we kind of all appreciated. But talk about that role of women, just in relationships, because you too in your relationship, you're supportive of your man, whether in good times and bad times. Just talk about what you're imploring women and empowering women to do.
Oh, absolutely. And first of all, I want to say that I don't have anything against Melania. I think she's a beautiful woman. She seems nice. My point was that what I said was you better pray to God that basically in the time of, in the time of turbulence, you don't want to get stuck with a person who can't spiritually lift you up, be that fiery woman that, can Michelle Obama you.
Right.
When you watch Michelle Obama, you get the sense that Barack takes advice from his woman. And I feel like an intelligent man understands and values the wisdom in his woman and takes from that. You can't have a fiery, amazing, epic, intelligent, strong, spiritual woman and not use all those good things about her to build you up too. So I just felt like, we're living in a time where I feel that men tend to want women who are going to just be quiet and be cute. And we ain't about to do that no more. We're not about to do that in 2017.
That's right.
Because these great men are greater because of the great women they have standing at the side of them. So I said, Michelle, and I said, because Bill went through a rough time,
I'll
know
say.
what I mean? Hillary stuck it out. But, you know, also in our world, when I look at, you know, Will and Jada, like, I could tell Will takes Jada's advice. I could tell he respects her brain. And I find that now we're in, like, the era where females think it's okay. It's like they think it's cool to not have a brain. Like, you know, I think it's dope when women are sexy, and, you know, that's why I have fun. Like, you know, I think, like, when I see girls twerking and doing all that stuff, like, that's cool to have fun. But I think that it's so important to be multifaceted. And I just think that a man truly shows his intelligence by the woman he chooses.
Nicki,
And if he acknowledges that and allows that to help him.
but see, the funny thing is, I feel like when you do the really sexy stuff on social media, for you, it's like it's part of who you are. Like, even when you were talking about the twerking earlier, it's almost like it's a little bit ironic. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing it a little bit ironically because you're like this powerful woman who's just doing this really fun thing. Does it ever frustrate you or worry you when you have women who look up to you and they don't necessarily understand that that's just one piece of what your personality should be? But it feels like on Instagram in particular, you see so many people who completely define themselves by their ass.
Right. I think that's a great point. I definitely do not think, you know, it's smart for women to define themselves by their ass. Like, again, I feel like you should be well-rounded, no pun intended.
Hello.
But this is what I want to say. When after the title show, we had dinner, right? And TI was there as well, with B&J and other people that I really respect, G, Shaka, you know. And we were having this conversation about labels. And, you know, someone was talking about a label that they didn't like, referred to them. And I said, when I came in the industry, I thought, you know, when people would call me ghetto, I took offense to it. And then one day it dawned on me that, yes, I am ghetto. And I love that because it defines me, and it also, you know, it's one thing that defines me, but it also helped me to connect to all those quote-unquote ghetto girls, and they hung on to, like, everything I said. Like, they followed my movement because I reminded them of them. And now they get to see this quote-unquote ghetto girl transition, you know, everything about her. And I think that it's a good message to send. Like, first of all, becoming a successful woman doesn't mean that you have to stop being hood or stop embracing who you are. Like if I was to completely stop all of that, I wouldn't be myself anymore. But when I walk into those business meetings, in fact, yesterday I had a business meeting, and I didn't even go to sleep after the title show. Like, I had to, like, we went out, and then I couldn't sleep because I had a meeting, and I was all business. And this president of the company came in there completely respecting me because it's the way I carry myself when I walk in that room, you know. And people kind of know that I mean business. People kind of know that, like, when I'm playing around, it's for a moment. Like, I'm a fun spirit, like, I'm a free spirit, but everything else is very, like, planned, and I'm very, you know, I'm all over my business. So I don't want to say that, hey, look, don't be sexy on Instagram. I just want to say, don't have that be the only thing that a man can admire about you.
Yeah.
Or that you magnify about yourself. That can't be the only thing.
Nicki, we appreciate you taking time with us this morning. What's up with this album, though?
Yeah, when is this happening?
Doing? I'm hearing records are done. I'm hearing maybe the top of the year. I'm hearing maybe next summer. This year? What's the album talk?
Oh, really? I didn't know all that talk was happening.
It's there.
It's there. It's happening. I mean, you trolled everybody with I think it was a track list full of fruits and pineapples.
Yeah, well, how bored were you that day? We need to get you a hobby.
Oh, but I don't think people understand, like, when I'm on Twitter and Instagram, like, if you could see me, like what I'm really doing, I'd be cracking up. Like, real tears be coming out my eyes. I'd be, like, on the floor crying, cracking up, laughing, because it'd be so funny to me. I just, I've always had a connection to my fans on social media, and sometimes I'll go a long time without speaking to them again. So sometimes I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna play with them tonight. And they have such a great sense of humor, and they're very smart, and they totally get me. So they kept bugging me about the album, and I kept saying, look, it's going to come when it's ready, da-da-da, and they won't stop asking me. So I just did that to get on their nerves, but I love them so much.
So you kind of dodged the question. You didn't answer whether or not the album was on the way.
Wow, I can't believe you picked up on that. Well,
yeah.
The album is so freaking epic.
So there's song that sounds like music is done.
You know what? But it's a journey, right? Like, before my first album came out, I was like, I was like on everybody's song. I was, I had my own campaign without realizing it, So right now I have to complete a few things for other people.
Okay.
And I kind of always do that, like.
Nicki Minaj features on the way.
Right. And you know what that does, like, throughout my career? It makes me get back to my fun side, and it makes me push my pen. Because when I write a feature verse, I don't restrict myself as much.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like, the Pink Print freestyle, I feel, I could say anything I want. It's like, freestyles and features, like, that's the time when, like, you show off, like, as a rapper, I think. And, like, with the album, I feel sometimes a little bit more pressure to stay on topic or to be serious or to have a message. So the features is a way for me to, like, just get back in the ring. And so, you guys will be hearing some more features soon.
Any collaborations with artists we should look for that you could give us some insight to? Any collaborations with other female artists?
When are you and Remy doing a song together? That's what the people want to know.
Oh, do they really?
Yes.
Oh. When I was working on the Pink Print, I wanted to do a song with Remy and Foxy, and I still have the song till this day. It was on a Diplo beat, but it was super hood, like, and hard, but, like, dope. But anyway, but that
didn't pan out.
Yeah, and I love them both. So I think that it's only a matter of time before, she and I do something.
Okay, all right.
I like that.
All right,
That's
good
the
answer.
Maybe.
All right, good
I'll take
answer.
it.
All right, so
That'll make you guys happy.
Yeah, it
no,
will.
that was a great answer. Well played. All right, so the next question. How involved, since your boyfriend is also an artist, how involved are you in his music and vice versa? Or is that is the business of is that completely, you guys do not collaborate on any of that?
Such a great question.
Yo. New game.
Are you
folks.
making
Stump Nicki Minaj?
Are you making cat sounds, Nicki? Is that what's happening?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Well, well, like, to give you an example, the song, like, All Eyes on You, that me and Chris Brown did. I definitely pushed for him to do that song.
Got it.
I was like, I'm telling you, people are gonna like it. It's dope. And he was like, he didn't really want to do it at first, but once I laid my verse, he was like, I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with it now that you laid your verse. It kind of, seems complete now. So that was good. A platinum single ain't bad.
Yeah, no, it did very well.
That's all right.
Yeah, but after there were, a lot of times, I'm in the studio, so I'm hearing everything, and I always tell him what I love. I can't hide that. Like, when he plays something I love, I'm super excited. But there are times that he doesn't share with me what he's about to do. There's a lot of times he don't, like, especially when it's like battling stuff, like battle rap stuff, the battle business. He don't really share that with me. Like, he'll go in and just do him, and then I'll react like as a fan. I'll tell him how I feel just as a fan. In terms of my career,
I can't lie, Nicki. I must admit, you sound a little annoyed by the rapper beef stuff, though, on social media.
Oh, yeah? Oh, I mean, I think everybody's over it. I mean, come on. Like, it's pretty played out. It's over. But I feel like, sometimes you're put in a position and you react.
Right.
And it is what it is. But, let me tell you something. I do not believe there's any such thing as negative publicity.
That's true. As long as people care and they're still talking, that means
bingo.
Yeah.
Bingo. And that's what I tell him. I tell him, like, yo, what? Like, you must have something that, people see in you. Because what is, like, you know what I mean? I mean, look, there's a lot of things I know that about other rappers that I just be quiet. Because I think, like, he, as a man and as a rapper and as an artist, he runs his shit. He runs his shit the way I run my shit. Like, he's the boss of his stuff. So
that's right.
It's like, I don't want to really step in too much because it's not my place. Because behind the scenes, I'm such a rapper that I'm always like critiquing everything. Even with him, like, I'll critique it, like, oh, like, this is hard, or this is, whatever. But he gotta live his own life at a certain point in terms of his career choices. And I strongly believe that great music changes everything.
That's right.
And, like, if niggas, got your name in their mouth for a year or two, then, thank them. Because if you come out with great music after all of that, then none of that matters. Social media has given so much power to irrelevant shit. Because
that is the truest shit ever spoken in life.
because the masses now have a voice, and if you're not careful, you will allow them to shape what you do. Back in the days, I couldn't hit Jay-Z and say, "Nigga, what the fuck you doing?" Or like, why you ain't say it like this? I couldn't hit the, but now, and because of that, like, we had these stars, like, they were it, like,
they're larger than life.
Yes. And when you come, sometimes you can't always come down. You can't come down too often. You could come down and sip some tea, but then you got to go back and be.
When you got to keep that mystique, you know what I mean? You got to keep something so that people still turn on, go get the album so they can hear your story, not on IG, not on Twitter, not on Facebook, but in the music.
And that's what I said to him and to a lot of other people. I speak to a lot of other people. I said, I got to a point in my career where I don't give anybody the power to really move me on social media. Like, people will say something on, like, social media, and they are expecting or hoping that I'll respond. But I was telling somebody, like, I respond in my music.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very important because, like, when I wasn't doing nothing for such a long time. I was just chilling in the hills. And I put out the Pink Print freestyle, and everybody started saying, well, who's she talking to? Well, who this? Oh, she probably saying this because of this. It makes it exciting for the listener to figure out, like, was she responding to this from 3 months ago, or this or that, or, if I say everything on social media, then when something comes out, they've already heard it. They've already heard your thoughts on it, your opinion, and I think that's when you get to the next level. Like, when people listen to your music as if you're doing a press conference.
Mm-hmm. Well said, Nicki Minaj, ladies and gentlemen. Twerking Game official. Music collaborations on the way. I'm just recapping the whole conversation for everybody. Music collaborations with other artists before we hear music from Nicki Minaj.
Right.
There's a potential of a Remy Ma moment. We heard that today. She is a strong woman supporting her man in business and otherwise to make him better. We heard that today.
And like the rest of us, she's over the rap beef.
And he makes me better too.
That's right. That's right. And let me think. What else did we leave out of here?
I said like the rest of us, she's over the rap beef.
Oh, and she's over the rap beef.
She's done.
Oh, and Lauryn Hill, when she met her, she definitely bowed down. And Lauryn walks around with a glow around her at all times.
Yes. Thank you so much for that recap and
With the halo.
Nicki, get us some music, and we want to see you soon. Come up here, hang out. You know, we miss you, and we're happy for you. And it sounds like everything is going in the right direction for you too.
Oh, thank you guys. All right, have a good one. I'll see you soon.
Peace out,
Love you,
Nicks.
Bye, Nicki.
Bye.
Bye.